My beloved child, pause for a moment, deep enough for your heart to stop chasing the hurried voices around you. I do not come to make you tremble, nor do I stand over you with anger that makes you shrink back. I come as the Father who has patiently watched you pass through many turns, many hesitations, many seasons when you knew what was right, but still delayed because you were tired, because you were afraid, because you did not yet believe you could step into something new. I know your hesitation. I know there were times when you did not truly want to turn away from what I had placed before you. But your heart was pulled back by the past, by old disappointments, by the times you hoped and were hurt. So today, I do not correct you to make you feel small. I call you to awaken so you will not keep standing still in the place I have invited you to cross. There are blessings I prepare that do not come like a gift falling into the middle of chaos, but like a door opening before one who has learned to listen. I am not asking you to hurry and prove your faith through outward words, but I am inviting you to let faith become an inward movement, a decision to stop hiding, a step to correct what has been delayed, a moment of laying fear down, a quiet yet sincere agreement with the righteous path. The most precious agreement before me is not noise, but when you say through your life, Father, I am willing to follow your wisdom. Even though I do not yet see the whole road, I did not lead you through so many seasons only for you to believe you have been left at the threshold. What you have overcome is not meaningless. The times you had to begin again did not lessen your worth. The days when you thought you were only surviving were actually forming within you a quiet endurance. I was with you when you prayed and did not yet see an answer, when you sowed and did not yet see a harvest, when you did what was right and no one recognized it, when you kept your heart from bitterness, even though you had reason to give up. You did not arrive at today by chance. I carried you through every part of the journey, and what I am building within you is greater than what your natural eyes can measure. Remember Abraham, who was called to leave what was familiar and step into a promise he had not yet seen with his eyes. He did not hold a complete map in his hands, did not know every turn ahead, and did not fully understand how long each season of waiting would last. But he learned to walk with me, not through perfection, but through faith refined over time. There were moments when he was weak, moments when he did not understand, moments when the promise seemed too far from reality. Yet I remained faithful. I did not need him to control everything. I invited him to trust me step by step. Do you see? A true promise is not always received through haste. Many times, it is preserved through endurance, through remaining in covenant, through a heart still turned toward me, even when circumstances have not yet changed. In the same way, my child, I want you to understand that my provision is not a check placed before you to awaken greed or the fear of losing your portion. I am the provider, but I provide as a father who teaches his child to mature. I can open financial doors, send opportunities, use people, work, ideas, help, and unexpected paths to lift you out of lack. But I also want you to learn stewardship, restraint, faithfulness in little things, and discernment between a true opportunity and an invitation that confuses your heart. When I give you something, it does not pull you away from purity. It brings you closer to gratitude. responsibility, and love. Do not let promises that sound too large but lack peace make you forget the true tone of my voice. I do not threaten you that if you are slow for a moment, the enemy will win. I do not place my grace inside a fragile time frame and cause you to live in anxiety. Often, the real enemy is not an outside darkness trying to seize your portion, but the fear within that makes you rush, the doubt that causes you to close your heart, the distraction that makes you overlook wise reminders, the habit of delaying that keeps pushing what needs to be corrected into tomorrow. I stop what harms you not only by closing outward doors, but also by awakening you from the silent cycles within. You are at a crossroads, but this crossroads does not need to be crossed in panic. Cross it with clarity. Look at what I have placed before you. Is it an opportunity that needs to be cared for? An apology that needs to be spoken? A financial plan that needs to be arranged? A habit that needs to be released? A relationship that needs boundaries? A calling you have delayed because you feared you were not enough? You often wait for a great sign, but many times the greatest sign is the return of peace when you do what is right. There are doors that do not open for those who keep standing in hesitation, not because I am cruel, but because you need to take a faithful step in order to meet what I have prepared along the way. I know you fear making a mistake. I know you fear that if you choose wrongly, you will lose something precious. But my beloved child, do not let the fear of being wrong make you motionless before what is right. I do not require you to understand everything before you step. I do not ask you to be completely strong before you obey. I only invite you to place your hand in mine. Bring your decision into the light. Ask me with an honest heart, and take the next step in peace. If you drift off course, I can correct you. If you stumble, I can lift you up. If you have delayed before, today can still become the day you return to faithfulness. Let me intervene not only in your circumstances, but in the way you respond to your circumstances. Perhaps I have not changed everything outwardly yet, but I am quieting the panic within you. Perhaps you have not yet seen a great source of provision, but I am opening your eyes to the small resources that have been overlooked. Perhaps the door you hoped for has not opened, but I am teaching you not to keep knocking at a door that is not healthy. Perhaps the breakthrough does not come in the form you imagined, but it is beginning when you stop living as one ruled by fear. That too is a miracle. When your heart is no longer manipulated by extreme voices, when you know how to discern, when you know how to wait, when you know how to step, when you know how to release. My child, I established love over your life before you knew how to call my name. I did not call you only to abandon you halfway. I do not open your eyes only to make you more anxious. I do not remind you of your hesitation to shame you, but to help you realize that the time given to you is precious. Do not waste your days in repeated hesitation. Do not let what I have placed within you remain buried beneath the dust of fear. Do not let delay dress itself as humility and call itself waiting. There is waiting that comes from faith, and there is delay that comes from not wanting to face what must be faced. Let me help you distinguish between the two. If you need provision, ask me. But also, let me teach you how to live responsibly with what is given. If you need opportunity, ask me. But also, prepare your hands through faithfulness. If you need protection, ask me. but also leave the places that drain you. If you need breakthrough, ask me, but also let me break the habits that are keeping you in the old place. I do not only want to give you something that makes you happy for a moment. I want to build within you a life with a foundation, so that what is good can remain and bear fruit through many seasons. Be at peace. My beloved child, I do not count down my love on the screen of your life. I do not make grace disappear because you are still learning to listen, but I am calling you out of delay, out of fear, out of the voices that confuse you. Come near to me with an honest heart. Say, Father, I am willing to be led. Then do the first right thing you know you must do. When you walk in the light, you will see that I have gone before you. When you place your trust in me instead of pressure, you will find peace again. And when the appointed time comes, what I have prepared will not only fill your hands, but steady your heart, so you may live as one who is loved, taught, protected, and led into true freedom. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you cry quietly where no one can see, I am still writing every detail of this restoration behind the scenes. My child, not one of your long nights has been overlooked by me. Not one sigh has dissolved into empty space, and not one pain has been considered small before me. When you thought everything had been taken and no one would bring justice on your behalf, I still saw. When the hands you once trusted turned and wounded you, I still took notice. When lies tried to cast a shadow over your name, when betrayal made you feel abandoned, when opportunities were delayed because others did not see your value, I was not silent because I was powerless. I am acting in my timing, and now I am beginning to gather again what was once scattered. My beloved child, what I am placing back into your hands is not only outward provision. This is restoration. This is the peace that was taken when you endured misunderstanding. This is the joy that was buried when others turned away. This is the confidence once covered beneath the ashes of rejection. These are harvests that were delayed but never cancelled. I have not forgotten what you lost when people spoke wrongly about you. I have not forgotten the days when you were overlooked, though you tried with your whole heart. I have not forgotten the times when you kept walking, though your heart was heavy. And now, I am lifting those things out of the ashes, covering them with my grace, and placing them back into your hands with a fullness, depth, and steadiness greater than you thought you could receive again. But my child, your obedience must respond to my word. Blessing is not only to be expected, it must be received with a watchful, humble heart that is ready to follow my leading. You do not know how close you came to missing this moment. Not because I was distant, but because the noise of the world tried many times to pull your attention away from what I am doing. So I stepped in. I interrupted the atmosphere around you. I placed this word on your path as a sign of love, so you would recognize that you still matter to me, that your breakthrough is not small in my eyes, and that I care about every detail in the journey of your restoration. Do not treat this interruption as ordinary. I have quieted the noises around you so you can hear my voice more clearly again. I have placed this reminder into the exact timeline of your life, not to force you, but to awaken agreement within your heart. I am not the one who promises and then forgets. I do not speak empty words to comfort you for a moment. I am the faithful Father, the one who keeps his word, the one who sees from the beginning to the end, the one who can open a way even when you do not yet see the path. What I have spoken over your life will not be made void by delay, by the words of others, or by the seasons when you once felt weak. So stand firm in trust, my beloved child. Let your heart say yes to what I am releasing today, not through haste, not through fear, but through the deep peace of a child who knows their Father is working. I am opening a way where you thought there was only a wall. I am softening hearts that once hardened. I am calling back what belongs to you according to my good purpose. This restoration will not come in chaos, but with order, peace, and purpose. Receive it with gratitude. Keep yourself in obedience, and remember that what I place in your hands this time will not only make up for what was lost, but will testify that I never left you. You have cried before bills, quietly bowed your head in the night, and asked me why others seemed to step into sufficiency while you felt yourself sinking beneath nameless burdens. I know those questions. I heard the sighs you tried to swallow. I saw the times you looked at the needs before you and trembled, not because you lacked faith, but because you were tired after too many days of standing firm. Sometimes you thought, my silence meant I had moved far away. Sometimes you thought that if I truly saw, everything would have changed sooner. But my beloved child, I never abandoned you in the room of anxiety. I was there when you no longer had a complete prayer. I was there when all you could do was quietly call my name. I counted every tear no one saw, measured every pain you could not explain. And I say to you today, those tears were not wasted. What you are feeling in these days is not empty imagination, nor a weak hope you built for yourself to find comfort. It is my movement. As the things that once bound you begin to lose their authority. Some chains do not break with a loud outward sound. They begin to crack in the inward silence when you stop agreeing with despair. Stop calling lack your destiny. Stop allowing fear to decide how you see the future. This is the season when I awaken you from the posture of a bowed head. This is the time when I remind you that you were not born to live forever under the feeling of being cornered, forgotten, delayed, and blocked. I am calling you to rise, not in pride, but in faith refined through tears. But you must stay awake, because in the moments closest to an opened way, the voice of fear often grows louder. It wants you to call what I am doing false. It wants you to ignore the holy prompting in your heart and return to familiar paralysis. It wants you to say that nothing will change. That hope only hurts more. That settling for less is safer. But I say to you that this false safety is not my peace. My peace does not make you shrink back. My peace helps you stand firm. My peace does not tell you to abandon righteous dreams. My peace teaches you to place those dreams under the light, under wisdom, under obedience. You are not forgotten, even while you sleep. I preserve you. There are storms I rebuked before they touched the door of your home. There are attacks you never recognized because I stopped them from afar. There are paths that seemed blocked, when in truth I was keeping you from what was not meant for you. There are people who left your life, not because you lacked value, but because I would not allow them to keep entering places where they only knew how to drain you. While you groaned because you did not yet see the answer, I was quietly placing the right people along your journey. They will appear at the right time, carrying counsel, opportunity, support, confirmation, or a door you could not open by yourself. Do not despise my quiet preparation simply because it has not yet appeared in the way you expected. Even so, my beloved child, I do not force you to believe. My love does not coerce your heart. I can open the door, but you must choose to walk through. I can place light before you, but you must stop closing your eyes because you fear disappointment. I can send wisdom, but you must be humble enough to listen. I can give opportunity, but you must leave the delay that has become a false refuge. The obedience I invite you into is not obedience in panic, not a rushed action from fear of losing blessing. It is obedience in peace, doing what is right, returning to what is upright, restoring order, praying honestly, stewarding wisely, speaking truthfully, and walking with a heart that remains tender before me. What you are feeling inside, the gentle stirring in your chest, the deep prompting to change direction, the sense that it is time and that you can no longer live the same way, bring it into my presence. Do not let it turn into haste, but do not extinguish it with doubt either. There are times when I awaken you not with thunder, but with a holy uneasiness, a gentle yet clear reminder that you need to rise, return, prepare, and trust me once more. I do not want you swept away by vague promises or numbers that make you lose discernment. I want you to cling to me. True blessing does not need to be wrapped in threats. What I give does not need you to react in fear. When I call you, I call with truth, with peace, a new love that has the power to awaken you. I am calling you by name. Not so you will be afraid, but so you will remember that your life has value before me. You are not reading this word as a meaningless echo. Something within you is being reminded that you still have a future, still have a path, still have restoration. I still have doors I can open at the right time. I am placing you into a season of abundance. But that abundance is not only what you receive in your hands. It is the abundance of peace after many years of worry, the abundance of wisdom after many stumbles, the abundance of hope after days when you thought you no longer dared to desire, the abundance of healthy connections after you had become too familiar with disappointment, the abundance of resources placed rightly so you may build, serve, care, and live more lightly under my guidance. The mocking voices that once hurt you will no longer hold authority over your mind. Not because you will spend your life trying to prove something to them, but because I will heal you so deeply that you no longer need their recognition to know who you are. The foundation of what opposed you will shake when you stop living according to its lies, when you trust me more than fear, when you obey more than you delay, when you steward more than you give up, when you pray more than you panic. You are stepping out of the old land. The change does not only come around you, it begins within you. And when what is within you is restored under the light, outward things will gradually be arranged according to a new order. Therefore, do not turn away from this moment, but do not enter it through pressure or haste either. Enter it through trust. Tell me simply that you are willing to be led. Let hesitation no longer lock your feet at the threshold. What I have begun, I will continue. But I invite you to cooperate with a responsive heart. Leave the voice of despair. Return to prayer. Rise and do the part you can do today. Open your heart to wisdom, correction, and guidance. I have already begun to move, my beloved child, and when you choose to walk with me, you will see that deliverance is not merely a passing event, but a journey that leads you from heaviness into peace, from lack into stewardship, from fear into faith, from bondage into freedom in my light. My beloved child, hear this word with an awakened heart. You are seen by me, fully known by me, and called by name. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too broken for me to restore. What you have been through has not removed your worth before me. Seasons of weakness do not erase the purpose I placed within you. Your stumbles do not have enough authority to cancel the love I have for you. I have prepared you for moments like this, moments when you must choose to listen instead of passing by. Choose trust instead of fear. Choose obedience instead of continuing in the old way. A true miracle does not always come like a loud explosion outwardly. Sometimes it begins as a quiet change in your heart. It begins when you stop resisting my voice. It begins when you pause before a wrong decision. It begins when you realize that my guidance has not come to bind you, but to bring you out of what is draining you. When I speak to you with seriousness, it is not because I hate you. It is because I love you so deeply. I saw the times you asked for help, but when I sent guidance, you doubted it. I saw the signs I placed before you, yet you often made light of them. I saw the doors I closed to protect you, yet you tried to open them by your own strength. I saw the people, habits, and choices that were pulling you away from peace, while you kept trying to convince yourself that it did not matter. My child, it matters more than you think. Not because I want to frighten you, but because small things, when ignored, can become heavy burdens. A small compromise can open the way to deeper weariness. One delayed act of obedience can lead you farther from the place where I am calling you to stand firm. One warning in your heart, if buried too long, can become regret. So I am calling you back now, not to condemn you, but to save you from what does not need to happen. This is my instruction for you. Remain in my presence. Listen before you act. Pray before you decide. Reconsider what you are holding, the places you are entering, the words you are believing, and the things you are allowing to influence your mind. Do not test the patience of grace by deliberately continuing on a road your heart already knows has no peace. I do not want you to live in fear, but I do want you to live awake. The enemy always hopes you will ignore small reminders. He wants you to think today is just like every other day. He wants you to keep delaying what is right. Keep tolerating what is wrong. Keep letting pressure decide in place of wisdom. He has observed the habits that make you weaker, the way you isolate yourself when you are tired, the way you doubt your worth, the way you seek comfort in things that do not truly heal. But today does not have to be like the times before. Today can be your turning point. You do not need to chase easy promises in search of a miracle. You do not need to place your trust in shortcuts, buggy secrets, or promotional words that strike at your fear and lack. I do not lead you through deception. I do not manipulate you through empty promises. I lead you through truth, through peace, through wisdom, and through practical steps of obedience each day. My blessing does not need to hide inside vagueness, nor does it need to force you to act in panic. If you are carrying a financial burden, bring it before me honestly. Ask me for wisdom to steward, courage to face reality, clarity to avoid traps that promise quick wealth, and endurance to rebuild step by step. I can open a way, but I also teach you to walk in order. I can provide, but I also teach you discernment. I can restore, but I also teach you not to hand your future over to voices that do not come from me. My beloved child, true shifting begins when your heart returns, when you stop avoiding the truth, when you stop letting fear control you, when you accept the correction that needs to be made, release what must be released, and enter obedience with a humble heart. I do not require you to become perfect in one day. I only call you back to me, one step at a time, with honesty and trust. Remember that you are still chosen, you are still loved, you are still preserved. You can still begin again. What I placed within you is not cancelled by your weariness, but it does need to be protected by your watchfulness. Do not hand your peace to lies. Do not hand your hope to empty promises. Do not hand your future to the things that lead you away from me. I am calling you into a deeper freedom, not freedom built on illusion, but freedom that comes from truth. The truth that you belong to me. The truth that you do not need to be led by fear. The truth that you can be restored through small but enduring steps. The truth that I am still working in your life. Even when you have not yet seen everything change before your eyes. Stand firm. Listen. Choose what brings life. Let today no longer be another time when you ignore my voice, but the day you return. Open your heart and step into the wisdom I have prepared for you. And as you walk through the coming days, remember that I am not only with you in great moments, but also in every small detail of your life. I am in the quiet decisions, in the thoughts you choose to hold or release, in the way you treat yourself and others. When you feel tired, rest in me. When you feel lost, return to me. When you feel weak, rely on my strength. I do not require you to understand everything immediately. I simply invite you to walk with me day by day, step by step. Maturity does not come in a single moment, but through perseverance and trust. I am shaping you, teaching you, and leading you to the place you were created to belong. Do not be discouraged when you do not see results right away. Do not return to the old road simply because you have not yet seen the fullness of the light. The light is coming, and I am leading you in it.